Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to discuss Algorand and its token Algo. None of the content is financial advice. Let's get started. All of the content available on cryptoweeklies.com on this row related to Algorand available for free. Not just for Algorand, for most of the top 100 cryptos by market cap, as well as some of the social media and machine learning based analytics is also available on this website. If you like this content, please give us a like and subscribe to stay updated. So let's get started. Over the last couple of days, Algo has bounced off its recent lows at around 18 cents. Price is slightly higher than 18 cents right now, close to 18.5 cents. In terms of the market cap growth, it's currently at around 1.6 billion. The volume is around 112 million. In terms of the tokenomics, about 86% of the max supply of 10 billion is in circulation. That means over the last 1 year or so, the growth between the market cap and the price is mostly one and the same. That means whatever growth happens to the market cap gets reflected back in price due to most of the tokens being released in the circulating supply. In terms of the technical levels, this range of about 18 cents again got breached first in late March of 2024, then back in mid-June of 2025 and mid-June of 2025 again. Now the prices have rallied from that level, from the bottoms that occurred slightly at around 15.5 cents. Now price back at this level, as the 20-week moving averages now are trending down, now at around 20 cents. If there is a rally above this level, that could meet with that resistance of at around 20 cents. Again, none of the content financial advice. Usually the 20-week simple moving average offer a lot of resistance before there is a double bottom formation. One could argue that we are behind this double bottom formation. In the next attempt of this 20-week simple moving average, the prices might have a breakout, dependent on how the major crypto and the macro data looks like in the coming weeks to months. This could shape Algorand's price action, which is at a critical juncture. The machine learning model says if there is a bull case in the next 6 months without a euphoria in the market, that is this one standard deviation 68 percentile bull rally, the ceiling for Algo per this machine learning model trend on the weekly average price for Algorand since it launched says that the prices could be somewhere between 19 cents to about 35 cents. A 35 cent Algo would be close to this slightly above this yellow line, which is a key level to watch in an attempt to break out without a euphoria in the market. That could act as a resistance, like a confluence between the machine learning model and the technicals levels as well. The 2 standard deviation euphoria case for Algo right now comes between 21 cents and, roughly speaking, $1 Algo per this model again could be somewhere between this, a midpoint between the orange and the red zone at around $1.50. So that's the bullish side for Algorand. If there is a continued drop in the next 6 months, the support identified by the machine learning model is all the way to the 1 cent level, to between 1 cent, between 9 cents and 15 cents. So 15 cents and 9 cents, that's the support to the downside. Again, that could correspond to the lows in September 2023 if the market were to stay bearish in the next 6 months. All in all, again, in now the second half of post-halving year is upon us. Again, the likelihood per the regression based model is a price action to the upside. The upswing could take Algorand's price to that 50 cent level, which is the fair value for Algo at this point in time per the regression based model. Right now, for this model, Algo is not only undervalued on its regression based fair value captured by this pink line, the green line, which applies 1 standard deviation residual to identify major bottoms in the market. Again, prices are not only lower than the pink line but also lower than this green line. Again, whenever historically speaking the prices are below the green line, they were great buy zones for Algo. Again, that green zone is coming in around 30 cents this late into the bull run. That means Algo right now, per this interpretation of the model, is undervalued. If the prices were to go to that 1 standard deviation bull ceiling to the upside, the price action could be at around 92 cents. So that's about a 5x reward from the current price of about 18 cents. If we were to look at the DCA model with respect to the regression based fair valuation algo is right now in terms of the risk level, again using the same model and color coding the price action whenever the risk levels are sufficiently low, it's coming close to zero risk again right now. That means again risks are never zero, but that means in terms of the reward and the regression based fair value, the risks are rounded up to zero. If they were to go to that intermediate zone between 30% and the 40% risk, the price action for algo could be somewhere between 60 cents and 75 cents per the DCA model. That's the forecast for algo. We will cover all the models in an aggregated fashion at the end of the video. In terms of the simple moving average price model, right now the risks are slightly elevated at around 23%. Looking at the topping pattern, historically speaking, between 35.35 to 0.65 risk. In that environment, the price action forecasted is between 67 cents to all the way about $1.07 for algo. So that's the simple moving average based price forecast. Looking at the time weighted average price, the prices are lower than the time weighted average price, have been lower since about April 2022. Now the average time weighted average price comes at around 46 cents for algo. If there is another leg to the bull run, DCA below the 46 cents level at this stage of the bull run is said to be a good risk reward for the historically speaking time weighted average price model. Again, the hypothesis is that in the bullish phases of the market, algo takes part and rallies beyond the time weighted average price, like it did for a brief time period in December 2024, when the prices were slightly higher than the time weighted average price. At that point was 48 cents, whereas the price did go to about 51 cents at that level. So if that scenario pans out, DCA below these levels, especially towards the depth of the bear market when the price was less than 10 cents, is a 5x reward. So looking at the estimated bull run peak for algo as a composite of all the risk based model, comes at around $3.51. That's about a 19x from the current price. $3.51 algo would require all of the models to go in unison to that 95% risk. That is again not that realistic now that this late into the bull run. So if taking a conservative estimate of this, instead of all the models going to 95% risk, let's say they go to only 60% risk, that means you have to multiply the current price by 12 times, not by 19 times. A 12x reward from the current price of 18 cents, that would be slightly close to the $2 target. And in terms of a realistic scenario, somewhere under $1.50 and $2, that could be a realistic case for algo per the interpretation of the models. And with that, I'd like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.